Hola, what's up? What's up? It is me, Tawny Marilyn, your host, and thank you for listening to Strangely Sane Journey of a Goddess with me, Tawny Marilyn. Y'all, it has been such a pain trying to record lately. I have not been able to figure it out. I have lost my camera stand, so now I'm just over here trying to make it work. His life with kids, man. I blame them. Even if they aren't to blame, I'm still gonna blame them because they love to move my things. They love to move my things and then magically forget where they put it. So now I am just vibing, rocking, trying to figure it out. Last week was Mother's Day, and I just want to say happy Mother's Day to all of the women who are out here. You've given birth to children, you've taken care of your puppies, your kittens, your guinea pigs, your raccoons, whatever. Not raccoons. Look, there's somebody out there that's like, you know what? Maybe I will get a pet raccoon. They are cute. Just make sure it doesn't have rabies. That's all I ask. It And there's some of you that have plant babies. And if you have none of those because you've decided it is not your life journey to keep anything alive, happy Mother's Day to the ladies that are out here birthing beautiful business ideas, beautiful ideas, who are creating beautiful art, who are writing beautiful stories, who are in the birthing process of things we can't even begin to recognize because it's all in your head and you are letting it ferment and grow so that it can come out into the world and be a beautiful, beautiful thing. Happy Mother's Day to you too, because you are part of the birthing process. You are in the birthing process right now. And I cannot wait to see what you are cooking up because I know it's going to be wonderful and grand and great and all of those beautiful things. But yeah, that was last week. And now we are on this week. I just wanted to put that post out there because I always want to celebrate my mothers, because without my mother, I would not be here. Without my grandmother, I would not be here. Without my stepmother, my life would not look the way that it looks now. Without me, my children would not be here. Without me, this podcast would not be here. So, hi. So, we live in a world where it is so easy to judge, right? First and foremost, I want to say thank you for coming. Thank you for watching. Our goddess for the day is Maya, and I love Maya. This goddess right here is the daughter of Ra, the wife of Thoth. And when I got Maya as a card pull, I love her. One, I have loved her since before the first time I met her. Gosh, this camera is not picking up my girl very good, is it? Anyways, it's not pick, it's picking up her up that. Okay, so I was so excited to get her because one, she is an Egyptian goddess, but a lot of Egyptian religion was on my girl's back, on her. Like, she is the center point of a lot of religion because baby, my girl does not play. She don't play at all. And when I think about Maya, I do think about justice. She has a feather on her head, and she uses that feather to weigh against your sins in your life. And if you are lighter than a feather, then baby, you get to go into the afterlife that you want to go into. And if not, well, sucks to suck. Don't suck. And so when I think about her, I do think about justice, and I think about truth, and the reality is that she uses that feather to kind of judge on where you need to go. And I know we have been taught and trained and raised up that judgment is a bad thing, but a lot of times judgment is necessary. You have to use your judgment. Who can tell you what your morality stands for better than you? Who has a better idea of what it means to be in good moral standing than you? Honestly, I think we look at other people and we shame them, and that shame is there on purpose because without shame, people be like, oh, it's okay. I can do this shameful shit and it's fine. Honestly, I think that we should use more shame. I think that is how societies are born and created, and that is how people within the societies are made better. If I know that everybody around me is going to judge me for stealing, guess what I'm not going to do? I'm not going to steal because stealing is bad. And one, I know stealing is bad, but if I know I have to deal with my own guilt, but also everybody looking at me crazy, then the likelihood of me stealing is a lot lower and a lot less. Right? Right? So my head's been looking at me, and I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I have been slacking on my pimping when it comes to recording this podcast. I haven't been sitting with my yacht the way that I typically would. And so now she's looking at me and she's like, girl, tell your truth, speak your truth. And my truth is, I have been slacking on my pimping. I have been making excuses for why I can't do it. And y'all, I'm not gonna lie to you, there's been a lot of times that I wanted to record, but when I couldn't find my stand, I was just like, ugh, but I don't wanna, but I don't wanna. And today I woke up and I'm a little drained and I'm a little drowsy. I've been a little sick this week. And I decided that and none of that matters because I can make excuses all the way to hell, or I can just sit here, give you what I got, and record. Record to the best of my ability, give you the best of what I got today. Even though I'm drained, even though I've been sick, even though it's been a busy, busy weekend and I haven't been home, I haven't been in my girlfriend's house, I haven't been nowhere. Well, that is the exact opposite. I've been everywhere except places that are comfortable for me to record. So we're here and we're living in our truth, and our truth is I have a vision. I have a vision for my life. I have a vision for this podcast, and I have a vision for you guys. I truly want us all to be able to shine our light and live in our truth and live in who we are and know that what we bring into the world individually is what is going to help us all come together and make the world a better place because let's be honest, the world has been a crazy, crazy place. Well, I don't live all over the world, but I do live in the United States of America, and baby, it can get crazy out here. And with gas, look at the way that gas is looking. Like everything's going up in cost and price, and baby, these companies cannot wait to make things go up even more. So, with all of that being said, with the financial burdens that are on all of us, okay. Thank you for your patience, me especially. My camera just ran out of storage, so like I said, I want us to all come together and live in our truth because I truly believe that the only way that we can live in our truth despite financial obligations is that we all become dedicated to understanding and knowing and accepting that that's okay. It's okay for us to be different. It's okay for us not to follow the same path. It's okay for us to be flawed. It's okay for us to be perfect. It's okay to know that even in our flaws, we have powers and we are powerful. It is okay to know that we can be better at things than others because we're supposed to, because that is our superpower. I was watching Harry Potter with my son, and y'all know the kid that blows up everything? He's trying to do a spell, a simple spell, and he's struggling so hard to do these simple spells that everybody else is just getting. He just happens to blow up everything. He's blown up a feather. He's blown up himself, burned his eyebrows off. Poor kid. But in the end, his something that you thought was a flaw actually came through and really helped them do their thing in saving the school, in saving magic. Without his ability to blow things up, to set things on fire, them folks would have came through, right? So the things that you think are these big bad things really are sent to help you. You just don't know when, you don't know how. I believe everything is meant to help us in some capacity. We just have to open up the door. Why am I struggling being like everybody else? Because baby, you're not meant to be like everybody else. Live in your truth because your truth is your truth is how you cook. Your truth is how you stand out in the world, in a world full of people that are just trying to fit somebody's algorithm. Own your truth, live in your truth, be your truth because your truth is necessary, your truth is important, and your truth matters. You matter. How you show up in this world matters. So, what does that mean for you? So many of us do so many things just to fit in that go against us, and it's in our gut that, oh, I need to be doing something different. But you listen to your mom, you listen to your dad, you listen to your friends, you listen to your siblings, you listen to people on the internet, and they say, no, that's not how you do that. But it's something in your gut that's saying, but I could be different. And now y'all know when it comes to dating, I really don't believe in exceptionalism. But if there's something inside of you telling you that, hey, you're not supposed to do it the regular way, then listen to that. Listen to that. Because that could be your intuition. That could be your inner voice telling you your truth. Dare to be different. Dare to be different. And be honest with yourself. Be, yo, you cannot tell me y'all don't know when y'all be lying to yourselves. I know when I'm lying to myself. Where I'm like, ooh, I'm gonna do this. I know I don't need to, but I'm gonna do it anyways. And then when things go awry, I'll be like, why didn't it go my way? Baby girl, you weren't living in your truth. And you know you weren't living in your truth. I know I wasn't living in my truth. There's been a lot of times where I put what I wanted to the side just to make things easier. And then when things went to hell, because sometimes, a lot of times, things go to hell one way or the other, I'm over here like, damn, I should have owned my shit. So, yeah, things always go awry when you're not living in your truth. So, living your truth, what that means to you. Be honest with yourself. I know I'm on here all the time. Be honest with yourself. Be honest with yourself. Be honest with yourself. Be honest with yourself. What does that mean? What does that mean? What does that mean? So many of us are so caught up in not listening to ourselves and listening to everybody else around us. Why do we do this? Why do we look at everybody and decide that is what we want? But we look around at people and we're just like, oh, well, they have this, so I gotta have this too. Baby girl, you don't even want that. You have never wanted that. You see this one person with that one thing and you see they're getting a lot of likes and views and everything else, and you're like, oh, yeah, I want that. Why? So you can say that you have it. Why? Who cares? Who cares? Do you live your life? Do what's important to you. Somebody's going to like designer everything. Another person is going to like trips. Another person is going to like really good food. Another person is just going to like their peace and quiet, and that is what is luxury to them. Don't live your life trying to impress the masses. Live your life that is authentic to you, and baby, you will impress everybody. And even if they don't like it, even if they think that you can do something different, eventually they're going to look at you and they're going to be like, oh my God, I love the way you did that. I love the way that you're so honest with yourself. I love the way that you're so truthful with yourself. I love that. I'm telling you, I really think the the real truth to making the world a better place is by being authentic and true to what it is that we actually want. We've all been sold this American dream. Oh, I want this white picket fence and I want to retire and have my grandkids play in the yard. But the reality is that is not everybody's truth. That is not what everybody should be doing. But because we've all been sold this dream, we get these nice careers so that we can get this white picket fence, and we settle down with people who actually kind of suck just so that we can say, oh, eventually I'll have these grandkids. And we look back and we feel totally unfulfilled because this is not what life is supposed to be for me. Not to say it can't be like that for you, but everybody has their own vision, and if we all work towards our one vision, if we all work towards our own vision, and we all decided, I'm going to live my truth, but not only am I going to live my truth, I'm going to live my truth, and in my truth I'm going to help other people. How can we fail, really, truly? I believe that we're all meant to be in service to one another. I believe we're all meant to help one another, but we get stuck on this selfishness cycle that it's hard to help people because we're like, well, I had to work hard, so you got to work hard too. That ain't everybody's truth. That's not everybody's truth. Some people's truth is to not work hard. I hope that's my truth. I hope that's my truth. Like, I have a fuck ton of Capricorn placements, and I'm over here like, please, God, don't let me work hard. Let me work smart. Please, please let that be my mission. But everybody's not meant to do what you are doing. And you aren't meant to do what everybody else is doing. So let's stop living in judgment of how other people choose to express their truth, and let's just live in our own truths. Let's just be honest with ourselves. Let's show up with honesty. Because the reality is, I don't give a damn what y'all are doing. I don't care. As long as I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, the only thing I can hope is that it inspires you to do what you're supposed to do. I don't care what you do in your private life. That's your private life. That's what you're going to do. And whatever you do is going to help you on your journey one way or the other. Maya is just looking at me and she's like, yo, we need to make this about me. She said, you just said who my daddy was. You said who my husband was. Well, who am I? This, this queen, this goddess is the goddess of justice, truth, harmony, balance. And what do you want in life? If you were going to have some chaos in your life, then maybe you want some peace. And chaos is all around us. So how do we balance that out? How do we find that peace within ourselves? How do we live in harmony with other people that are determined to bring stress into our life, we call on Tamaya and she says, you know what? Let's balance this thing out. Let's bring some harmony. And who do you want in your justice system more than people that'll bring harmony into the world? So, yes, she is important in the world here. She is important in the afterlife. And she matters. And honestly, she's been one of the ones that have been able to come through, like through the times. They burned down libraries. And my aunt still came through and was like, no, baby, I'm here. You will never forget me. Matter of fact, we are going to have things to judge yourself on for the rest of your life. And she has 42 laws. Do y'all want to know those 42 laws? Because I want to share those 42 laws. And honestly, she's been looking at me like, girl, share these 42 laws. So I'm going to pull up my laptop so I can read them to you. So, this is how Maya will judge you. And you can choose to judge yourself by these. You can choose to be better. You can choose to live better. You can choose to listen. You can choose, girl, I don't care what Maya has to say. It's your world. Live your truth, baby. But also let's have a good moral standing because goodness gracious, are we not dealing with enough corruption? Like, do y'all get tired of hearing about all of the corruption? Like, oh, that's the problem with the world. If we all lived in a good moral standing and if we all did the best we could, not to say that we're going to be perfect because none of us have perfection running through our veins, but if we really set out to help the most people, then I think that we could do really great things. Like, yes, you're going to have your bouts of selfishness. There are going to be things that you want, things that you desire strictly because you want it and you desire it. And I'm not telling you that you cannot have the things that you want and the things that you desire, but we don't have to fuck over other people doing it. If it's gonna fuck over everybody, maybe let's hold that one in the chamber. Let's hold that one in the chamber. We don't have to do that. We don't have to poison people just because it's cheaper. Just because we can charge more doesn't mean we should when we recognize that a good portion of people are already struggling enough. Yes, go capitalism, but at the same time, like, we're all people just trying to people help us out. Shit. Okay. So here are the 42 laws. I have not committed sin. I have not committed robbery with violence. I have not stolen. I have not slain men and women. I have not stolen food. I have not swindled offerings. I have not stolen from God. I have not told lies. I have not carried away food. I have not cursed. I have not closed my ears to the truth. I have not committed adultery. I have not made anyone cry. I have not felt sorrow without reason. I have not assaulted anyone. I am not deceitful. I have not stolen anyone's land. I have not been an eavesdropper. I have not falsely accused anyone. I have not been angry without reason. I have not seduced anyone's wife. I have not polluted myself. I have not terrorized anyone. I have not disobeyed the law. I have not been excessively angry. I have not cursed God. I have not behaved with violence. I have not caused disruption of peace. I have not acted hastily or without thought. I have not overstepped my boundaries of concern. I have not exaggerated my words when speaking. I have not worked evil. I have not used evil thoughts, words, or deeds. I have not polluted the water. I have not spoken angrily or arrogantly. I have not cursed anyone in thought, word, or deed. I have not placed myself on a pedestal. I have not stolen that which belongs to God. I have not stolen from or disrespected the deceased. I have not taken food from a child. I have not acted with insolence. I have not destroyed property belonging to God. Okay, that was my first time really reading the list and really putting it, saying it in words. But some of those things feel a little redundant. How redundant? But, anyways, I think with those laws and ideals, it is difficult to say, oh, well, I've done none of that. I've done none of that. And it just goes to show, There are a few in there that said, "Girl, who did it? I did it. I did it." Because we're not perfect. But own your shit. Own your truth. We all have to own our truth in one way or the other. And a lot of times, our truth is shown in our life. What we do in life shows. Our truth will always shine one way or the other. Even if you have to wait till the end to fucking see it, it always shows, it always comes through. You cannot hide from your truth no matter how much you do. You steal from everybody, guess what? People are gonna look at you like a thief and you can't come in my house. It ain't you, it's me. I'm just kidding. It's all you, don't steal. You can't come in my house. I don't want no thief in my house. I like my things. I want to keep them. Thank you. Thank you. You lie? Baby, I don't believe a word you say. I don't believe a word you say. You feel like you can cuss me out all the time? Don't you worry. I don't have nothing to say to you because you're crazy. You got a bad temper. You can't hold it in the road. I don't want to be around you. You can see it in the way that people's lives end up. It shows. I don't know if you hear the singing in the background, but it's beautiful, right? So, live in your truth and be honest with yourself because your truth is going to shine anyways. However it comes out, you can either own it and let that be what it is, or you can run from it and it shows up in ways that you were not prepared and were not ready. So, what does your truth say about you? What is the reality of your life saying about how you live it? Let's be honest. Let's see what Maya has to say. Maya says, "Oh, we are in the Goddess Power Oracle Guidebook by Colette Baron Reed again." She says, "There is great power in telling truth and allowing it to lead you to higher ground. It's only when we refuse to see the reality of a situation that we lose our power to co create for the highest good." Okay, so Mayat says, "There is great power in telling the truth and allowing it to lead you to higher ground. It's only when we refuse to see the reality of a situation that we lose our power to co create for the highest good. The Egyptian goddess Maya comes to remind you that if you are willing to do a fearless self inventory and live authentically with rigorous honesty, it will lead you to great success in all areas of your life. Be completely transparent with others, although it might at first feel too vulnerable is exactly what you need to do now. When you do this, you will be flooded with power to claim and experience a new freedom and a new happiness that will pour over your life like a wild, sweet honey. Your life is exactly where it needs to be. This is a wonderful time of empowered choice making. You are doing all the right things if you follow the invitation of Mayat to live fearlessly in truth, and the arbiter of balance and divine order. She reminds you of the great value of this way of being. Alignment message. The law of karma states that everything comes into balance sooner or later, so trust that in the greater story of your life, all wrongs will get righted. The goddess Maya appears with her scales of justice to remind you that you are seeing only one moment in time. The balance events tips both ways until it comes into coherence with the harmony of the universe. Regardless of this natural rebalancing, it is time to speak up if you see injustice in your world. Mayat says, in order for you to be truly free, everyone must be free. She offers you the alignment task of considering where you may have hurt someone else, how your unconscious projection of how the world should be may have set you up for a transgression, even if you were innocent. This is a time of great unraveling, and nothing meaningful will be accomplished without some effort. Another message for you now is to see behind the words of others, especially when you feel they may be withholding truth or acting without awareness. It's not important. It's important not to enable this. Tell the truth with as much love as you can, even though denial may be swept in an awkward moment and everyone feels exposed. it's important. It's It's an important way to move forward with compassion. The goddess Mayat reminds you that she is a champion for those willing to course correct and gives you her full support. So that is what Mayat has to say to us today. Living your truth and recognize when other people are not, so that you can make the best decisions for you. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you for so much for being patient with me. I understand that things are a little bit different this episode. We're going to try to get it together. I just had to put it out there that I have not given up on this podcast. Please don't give up on me. And we are living this process, and we'll get it together eventually. We'll get it together eventually, I swear. That's my goal. Thank you so much. I love you guys so much. I hope that you are inspired to live in your truth. I hope that you even look at yourself and say, hey, what matters to me? What is important to me truly? Fuck the algorithm. Fuck other people's opinions. What matters to me? You deserve to live a life that is in line with who you are as a person, because who you are as a person is amazing and beautiful, and we need you. We truly do. Thank you so much. I will talk to you guys next time. Bye.